star, Joan Collins.
Well, Gemini, you've got two sides.
I got more than 2, honey. Be careful. I got at least 6.
Plus, inquiring minds want to know. It's the first edition of Roseanne's Tabloid Reading Club.
She weighs 300 pounds, but she's a top weight loss teacher.
All on the next Roseanne show.
Entrepreneur Joan Collins. The first installment of Roseanne's Tabloid Reading Club. And we are going to honor a very special woman who will be our next domestic goddess.
What's that?
What is that?
Well, it's just it's a non-smoking jacket.
Ah. Well, it's quite attractive, and I like that it's in an animal print. I go for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Do you have a topic for me today, Daly, before I beat you?
Well, it's nothing I'm not used to, but our topic of the day is love and marriage.
Oh, all right. Love and marriage. Who has anything to say about that? Yes, sir.
How do you know when your love is good enough to marry?
When you love somebody enough to marry them?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you just know. If like, you can't think of anybody else, and, I mean, all the time, that's the only person that's in your mind, and everything you're doing, you're thinking about them, you know? I think that's a good time to get married. When they're, like, so much a part of you. Yeah. Hi. Good, how are you doing?
I'm fine. My question is this. How do you handle when you see your ex-love of your life with a new person in their life, even when they're trash?
Well, how do I handle it? Yeah. By the time I get rid of them, I never think of them again. That's one thing. I mean, after I'm done with them, I don't even know why they still breathe. We have a great show today. We have a new segment for our show called Roseanne's Tabloid Reading Club, and that's going to begin today. Can't wait for that. And I can't wait for the second installment of our Domestic Goddess Tribute, which will be coming up. So I love that. So excited. And as the glamorous and conniving Alexis on Dynasty, my first guest fought in a pool, fought in the mud, fought in feathers, and even fought in a burning cabin. She has gone on to become an author and a producer, and she remains a true Hollywood star. Please welcome Joan Collins. So glamorous. You know, you're one of the few glamorous Hollywood movie star legends that there are.
You think? Well, I'm so hungover, actually, Roseanne.
Did you drink a little too much last night?
I had a little, yes, I laid one on a little bit. And I drank and I smoked and I did all those bad things that one isn't supposed to do.
Do you enjoy it, though?
Well, I wouldn't do it. I never do anything I don't enjoy. Neither do you. Yes, I do. I like to have...
What do you like to drink?
I like to drink coffee. Lots of coffee in the morning, and
you put
lots
anything
of wine.
in the coffee?
Yes, sugar, and milk.
Yeah.
First one is just ordinary milk, and then it goes into low fat, and then the second cup of coffee, you've got the diet stuff in and all of that.
But that's not why you have a hangover. It's from coffee.
No, that's just the morning. Then by
the morning.
At night, I was into the wine.
Oh,
yeah, just white wine.
Just white wine.
Yes.
How much of it do you drink?
I think last night it was probably close to about 6 or 7 glasses. Is that a lot? Not in Europe, it's not a lot.
In Europe, it's not a lot. Everyone drinks a lot, and everyone smokes. They smoke.
I know, they all smoke. Well, it was very funny last night because at this party I was smoking, but I don't smoke that much. I just sort of smoke at night sometimes.
Oh, I love to smoke. Don't you love to smoke?
Well, I do sometimes. I mean, if you offered me one now, I wouldn't want it. But all the people that come up and bum cigarettes off you now, I'm dying for a cigarette. I said, you don't smoke. I know, but I want one. It looks so good. And I mean, I think it's just one of those things that they're still doing ads about it. So you either have to make it totally illegal or don't do ads in the
I
magazines.
think they should make it illegal, and I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
You know, I smoked like 4 or 5 packs a day for years. I mean, you know, I'm
Yes.
scared that it's going to come around at me, you know what I mean? But I've quit now for several years.
Yes.
And I think everybody should quit. And you know, but I still miss it. I have to be real honest. Every time I see somebody smoking, I just want to go over and choke them and steal their cigarette. But I hold myself back. I loved it.
Well, I mean, if I'm not smoking, I can't stand other people smoking around me, or particularly when it goes up your nose. But you have to get used to it, because I was in Spain the other day and I was presenting an award, and there were all these Spanish actors and actresses and producers, and every single one of them had a cigarette going. Every single one.
Well, in Europe, all I saw was people smoking.
I know, they really do. And they also drink a hell of a lot. In my country, they drink far too much, I have to say. They drink beer all day long, and you see all these, what they call lager louts, lying around on the streets. Kind of young kids just kind of zonked out of their brains on drinking beer all day.
Well, we have that here.
You do, no, you don't. I haven't seen that here. I don't think people drink as much here.
Okay, smoking, drinking, and you also
the
wear
other
fur.
one, yes. What?
What's the other one?
Oh, you know. The one you were just talking about with all your guests. Smoking, drinking begins with a, how do I say
sex,
it?
you mean?
Yes, yeah, begins with an S, yeah.
Oh, well, you don't have to spell sex.
No, all right.
You're a very sexy woman, but you also wear fur. I want to get into that. Because you wear fur, and I have furs, too, and, you know, people will kill you if they see you in a fur, won't they?
My daughter will kill me, too. She did an anti-fur campaign. Yes, but, I mean, I wouldn't...
What is better than smoking, drinking, and wearing fur?
I wear leather shoes.
Yeah.
I eat meat. So therefore, the fur
Therefore,
is the
I
kind of-
am.
Yeah, exactly. And I wouldn't do it if it was, I would not ever wear an endangered species. I would never wear a tiger. I would never wear a seal. I would never wear a fox. But I would wear a mink, because minks are sort of rodents and they're bred for that. Just as chickens are bred to be rotisserines. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, I believe
There's
you've
far too many minks in the world, and we need to keep that mink population down.
Minks, they did that in England. They just, the animal liberationists, they just released 7,000 minks from a mink farm. And these minks went around and they terrorized this entire county. They've killed like dozens and dozens of sheep. No, it's really serious. All the farmers are really suffering. They've killed cats, dogs, they've killed all the rabbits.
Now, your daughter's into this animal rights thing?
Yeah, she is, yes.
Now, what do you think? What do you think is the real? I mean, we're really going here. What is the real deal on these animal rights people? What's the real thing?
I don't know.
What are they doing?
I wish people would do something about the people that are starving all over the world. That I could understand. But that is something very serious. And I'm not saying that, you know, I mean, I think
that
animals...
doesn't mean we're pro-cruelty or anything.
No, it doesn't. And I think it's just, I think there's a lot of fanatics out there.
Yeah.
And people have got to have some kind of a thing.
Are there more fanatics now than you've ever seen?
Oh, yes.
Or is it just me that thinks that way?
Oh, yes, absolutely. You have to be so careful what you say. You know, I mean, when I say...
You are an outspoken woman.
Yeah,
tell us
it takes one to know one.
Well, yes. Tell us about the... You've paid a price for being an outspoken woman, too, haven't you?
I think I have, yes. I think I have, because when I used to say on Dynasty, for example, I say, you know, I really don't like the scene. I don't think the scene is right. I think we should rewrite the scene, da, da, da. We had a producer who went straight to one of the tabloids to say what I had said, because it was very good for the show. And they would really exaggerate it and make it out a lot more than I had said. If I said, I don't want to wear this dress, it was, she threw the dress on the ground, she threw a cigarette on the ground, ground the cigarette into the hem of the dress, and stalked out and went home. It was a complete lie. But this was because I said, I don't like this dress. And I do think that one has to stand up for oneself.
Well, it's
because if you don't, who's going to?
Well, it's because you're a woman and you said no, isn't it? And,
yes.
And I was a woman and I said no too, and they just can't handle that, can they?
They can't. And you know, told me this was Betty Davis a long time ago.
What did she tell you?
She said that if a man puts his foot down and asserts himself, he's known as a strong and dominant man. If a woman does it, she's known as a... And she said this to me when I did my first picture, which she was in.
And I love Betty Davis.
Yes.
When we come back, we're going to take a commercial. We're going to ask Joan about posing for Playboy magazine.
Oh, right.
Joan, have you ventured out to the Coliseum to see the Dodgers play?
Oh, if that's an invitation, Bob, I'd love to go. I adore soccer.
Oh, then you have seen them play.
Bob Hope.
I love Bob Hope.
I love Bob Hope,
I
too. I got to
know.
work with him. He's so awesome.
Oh, he's absolutely fantastic. Very fun. I saw him the other night. He was walking around at Spargo restaurant. He's still walking around. Still playing. He's a Gemini, you know.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
You're a Gemini,
I'm a
aren't you?
Gemini, and that's the childlike sign of the zodiac, and also the butterfly sign. But the Geminis are very young for their age. And I mean, here's Bob. He must be 90-something.
Yes,
and
at
he's still
least.
playing golf and doing all those things.
That's
and
great.
and I think astrology has a lot to do with
Really?
with what you are. Yeah, I
Well,
do.
Gemini, you've got two sides. See?
I got more than 2, honey. Be careful. I've got at least 6.
At least 6?
Yes.
So you must have some interesting rising signs. I'm Scorpio, so we're supposed to be like two-way too.
The sting in the tail. My
sting
father
in the
was
tail.
Scorpio, so I understand. But you know, Scorpios can...
Scorpio really gets along with Gemini, though,
Yes,
right?
they do actually, because the thing is, if you... Scorpio can be really tough and scary, but then if you face them with it, they can, they sort of get, they sort of shrivel a bit, and they're not as strong as they try to be.
Eddie, don't listen to that. No, that's true.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
true. What
Yeah.
about Gemini? I have a daughter who's a Gemini.
You do, so you know. Well, Geminis have to be doing 6 or 7 things at once. For me, I have the ideal life because I live in 3 different places. I live in London, in France, and here. So I'm always running from one place to the other. I write, and I act, and I produce, and I write articles, and I like to do all kinds of things. I mean, it's just fun. And we do not like to be bored.
Here you were, posing in Playboy. I'm going to show the one picture of you. I think it's very sexy.
Okay.
This is very sexy.
Well, if you can't
How
be sexy
sexy
in
is
that,
that?
well, you never will
Look,
be.
how sexy is she here?
Yes.
Wow. And you have all of your clothes. Everything's covered.
I know. I
That's
wouldn't do.
what's so great.
I didn't do any. You know, full. Well, there's a little bit of
There's a little
the top
bit from
bit
the
showing,
side.
but I would never
But
do.
you have a
it.
great body,
Well,
and this
thank
is
you.
this is
Thank you. Well, it was
for-
better
you were
then, but I
50
was
years
only
old then, right?
49.
49.
Yes, 49.
And now you're
49
and a
yes,
half.
strangers.
Yeah,
Jack
I
Benny
totally
did that,
hear
yes.
that. I'm going to do that too. I've had it.
Yes, absolutely. I think people are just too obsessed with this thing about age.
Now, wait a minute. Okay, yes, people are too
What?
obsessed with age.
No, I think that they are. I think that you can't help getting older, but you can definitely stop getting old. So in
Yes.
other words, you get chronologically older, but you do not have to get physically, emotionally,
What
or in
about
any
this
way.
younger man thing? You've gone with some younger men.
Oh, God, yes.
Isn't
Always.
it far better?
Oh, what? Yes, of course. I think, first of all, I think that women look much better in any case over 40 and 50. They look much better than men. There's only one man I know who looks really great over the age of 50 and 60, and that's Sean Connery. And the
Oh,
rest
he's
is,
handsome.
yeah, he is.
Oh, the rest of them, yeah, they just look
they
like
they
old
got
men.
these big sort of beer bellies, which they're supposed to be attractive. Not for me, honey, no. Like
No,
a little
you
flat
like-
ab.
Now, when we have to go to commercial, but when we come back, I want to ask you about your ex-husbands and how how they all try to get money out of you, because we're going to
Yeah,
all talk
okay.
about that,
All right.
because I hate them.
Yes.
Anyway, more with Joan Collins when we return. Now, before we play our famous game, me or Joan,
Yes.
I want you to tell us about your husbands that have tried to get money out of you. You've been married 4 times, right?
Right, yes. And the first time I was married at 18, divorced at 19, and he tried to get all the money we had in our joint bank account, which was about $10,000. And I think I gave it to him to get rid of him. And then the second one
Very
was
wise.
wonderful. That's Tony Newley, and
Yes.
it was fine. And then
That
the
was
third
fine.
one was, but the last one,
The last
the
one.
Swede, as he's referred to.
What happened with the Swede? Oh, we saw it
Yeah.
on TV.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
that
he
was
sued you, and he had the...
he wanted to get, because he figured that he'd made my career, which was so ridiculous. I was already in Dynasty when I met him, but he wanted to take the credit for the fact that I had become a big star. And so he sued me, I think, for $2 million. So we went to court, and he was awarded $60,000 which is a lot already, but it's better than $2 million.
Yes.
And so I believe it's not fun when they do that. Did you have this?
Oh, yes, I had 2 ex-husbands suing me for all they can get.
And what did you give them?
Oh, I had to give them by law. I don't even understand it. I don't know why women have to give money to men.
I don't
like I said,
understand it either.
I don't know why the woman has to give the man any money. It's not like he's going to be on welfare with 3 kids.
I
for
know.
God's sake.
It's just unbelievable. It really is. It's not fair. But, but anyway, you're laughing. I'm laughing.
Yes,
you
we
know,
lived
And
through it.
what are they doing?
Oh, I don't know, but I
In
hope
the
they're
gutter.
terribly unhappy.
Lager
all of
lights,
them.
probably.
Now it's time to play Me or Joan, one of our very favorite games. We have 2 people from the audience, Dawn and Ann. I will read a fact that may be about me, may be about Joan, or both of us. The contestant who buzzes in first will guess if the fact is about Joan, me, or both. Me or Joan, which of us had sex with 3 men in one day?
It was you.
Ann, I believe it was you.
I'd say it's Joan.
Wrong!
What were their names?
What were their
What were
names?
their names?
Oh, honey, you're getting a little too personal
Oh,
there.
sorry.
Their names, well, I don't remember.
Right.
But anyway, now,
They couldn't have been that good. At least you should remember the names.
well, yeah, they weren't that good.
Tom, Dick, and
actually.
Harry.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Okay.
No, and they weren't that good.
They went, but you
No.
remember?
Well, I mean,
Was
I
one in the
remember
morning,
it.
one in the afternoon, and one in the evening?
Yes, it was something like that.
Did you have time? Did you have time for a shower in between?
Yes, I showered
good.
in between.
Sounds exciting, actually. You were a kid.
I was a kid,
Yeah,
and
I know.
one of them was, you know how it is when you're
Yeah,
a
I
kid. You
certainly
know how
did
it
it
is
with
when
2,
you're
but,
30.
I mean, the 3
But
were
no.
there.
No, I was very young.
Underage.
Okay, me or Joan, which of us is a big collector of autographs? Dawn.
Roseanne.
Both, actually. So
Both.
we'll go to our judges. Would he be awarded the point there? Yes, you would be awarded the point there. I can't wait for this one. Okay, me or Joan, who was once engaged to Warren Beatty? I believe that's you, Ann.
Joan.
Joan?
Yes.
Yes. Point. Oh, my God, I have to ask you about Warren Beatty because he's so awesome. My God, he's so sexy.
Is he? Was he? It was. He was. He definitely was. He is. He's sweet. He's very sweet. I was the only person he was ever engaged to. Not that the only person he ever went to bed with, but and then he married. I met Benning. And when I was going with him, this is really quite interesting because I went to an astrologer, and she told me various things about me, and then he said, and as for Warren, who was then 24 years old, he said he will not get married until he is 50.
And that's what he
50?
did.
That's exactly it, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so there is a lot to be said for astrology.
So was he any good in the sack?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you for
So you
sharing.
didn't need 3 in one day.
I bet. I bet Warren could give you 3 in one day.
At the age of 24 more.
More than 3?
Yeah, that's not very many. Roseanne, where have you been?
Oh, I don't know. I just get these tired old damn ball-headed. Anyway. Me or Joan? Who was quoted as saying her last marriage was the stupidest thing I've ever done? Dawn.
Roseanne.
No, it was Joan.
Yes! And didn't you say that too?
Oh, I say it every day, honey, every day.
I think we both said that. We both said that.
Okay, we both said it.
Mm-hmm.
So I
you
guess
should
they
be.
get the point.
They get
All
the
right.
point. But we wanted
so
to
it would
get
be
the point.
tie. It's a tie. That's what it is.
Good.
Dawn and Ann, you've tied. Good work. And you know your prize. You get a hot dog from Pink's. My favorite restaurant in L.A., one of them. We're going to commercial. Thank you very much. When we come back, Joan and I and several other guests, we're going to still make you work, Joan, we'll do the Roseannes Tabloid Reading Club. Don't go away. You know, there are some talk shows out there that have their very own book clubs. Now, I know my audience, and they, like me, love to read the tabloids at the checkout stand at the supermarket. Am I right? So I decided that here on the Roseanne Show, we will begin having a segment called Roseanne's Tabloid Reading Club. This is a club where my friends and I can sit around, have some snacks. These are so delicious, you know. Look at current issues of one of the tabloid newspapers and talk about what some of the articles mean to us. Before we get to doing our reading, let's look at what we have to nibble on here. Nachos, marshmallows, a little bit of beef jerky, some dots, and some potato chips.
No caviar?
We should have thought of that for Joan. Now, this week we're going to be looking at the National Enquirer. Let's start with you, Joan. Which article caught your eye?
Well, my eye was absolutely riveted to Monica Lewinsky's butt in this picture. And I wonder how many tattoos they'll be able to get on it. Quite a few, I would think, and a map of the world, too. She is going to be photographed by Herb Ritz, who was one of the top glamour photographers for Playboy. Do you think this is true, girls?
Oh, we should
really
definitely.
true.
Cynthia, this is Cynthia.
Yes.
This is Georgia, and this is Sue. So let's quickly say, you're a massage therapist? No. What the hell do you do? You're the massage therapist?
I do body work.
Body work, okay, we'll call it whatever. And what is it that you do, Cynthia?
I'm a student at Glendale Community College for alcoholic studies.
Oh, cool. And you are a housewife?
A goddess.
Domestic goddess? Excellent.
You gave
Just
that phrase.
giving our credentials there. So what were you saying about Monica's butt?
I have to say it again. No, poor girl. No, I think that in Playboy they would have to make it a bigger edition, don't you think?
Do you think she's gonna pose nude in Playboy?
Well,
And what does that-
she's getting 2 million or 3 million.
Well,
Like that.
I offered her that, and she never even showed up.
You
Would do
did?
anything
I
for a
did.
buck.
Show?
You think she will? Why didn't she come on my show then? I offered her $3 million. She never showed up.
I would have done your show, not play.
Well, I read in one of the other
I wondered
tabloids that
about
You mean
that.
you get paid for
couldn't make
doing
any
this
money.
show? I see. Well, I'm just doing it for love of you, Rosie.
Now, what's our closing thing? Joan, we'll go to you. Well, I love, besides myself, I like this article on the back that she weighs 300 pounds, but she's a top weight loss teacher.
What? She weighs
On the very last
300
page.
pounds.
Yes.
The very last page.
Yes. At 300 pounds, Anthea Knight is
Oh,
the
my
world's
God.
fattest weight loss teacher. But she is a
Oh.
huge inspiration to her students. Women desperate to lose weight tell the 46-year-old they hate slimming classes given by stick insects who set unattainable goals. They would much rather have someone like me out there, says Althea. I would rather have a 300-pound exercise instructor myself. Do you agree?
But you see, here's the thing.
No.
I mean, I don't think everybody should be a stick insect, but I do think that this lady is too heavy. And I think for her health, from a health point of view, it has been proven now that if you are more than, if you're over 300 pounds, that is really seriously bad for your health.
Yes.
And it's just as bad as smoking too many cigarettes or drinking wine or drinking. So therefore, the fact that she is 400 and, well, she's 300. I guess I'm getting my pounds mixed up, but anyway. But she's, well, no, she was 436. I don't know. I would say anything over sort of 250 is really,
Pushing it.
Thank you.
it's unhealthy. No, I would
say
I'm saying the
300
wrong
pounds.
thing here.
300 pounds is kind of pushing it. Wouldn't you agree,
Yeah.
Eddie? 300, pushing it for an exercise instructor.
Yes.
But like a bus driver or something, I think it would be fine.
Yeah, well, that's right. I don't know very many very heavy people who are like over 50 or 55
Right.
because they die. And that's the problem. And that is, I think, is something that is not addressed. And I guess I'm getting too serious here, but I feel sad for people who are that heavy because they cannot see that they're killing themselves just as much as if they're smoking half a pack of cigs a day.
Well, I think we've discussed this subject fully, and I'm feeling real good about having you all here to discuss these things with, and I'd love to do it again. We'll be right back. Our first domestic goddess, Karen Middleton. Go take your little walk. That was Karen Middleton, who was our first domestic goddess. I love this part of the show. It's just such a great way to honor these women who are just so incredible. Today we're going to honor another woman who's going to be our new domestic goddess. Now this incredible woman woke up one morning after her husband had left, and she realized that she had 10 children to raise on her own. Now this is for real. And without feeling sorry for herself, she worked odd jobs, put her kids through private Catholic school, and still paying off college student loans. She juggled bills to give them Christmas tree and presents every single year. And while working 2 jobs at once, she still found time for PTA and her kids' activities. She still lives in that 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house that she raised her kids in, with 2 kids still at home. This is an incredible woman. Please welcome our new domestic goddess all the way from Philadelphia, Edith Kerrigan. Hello, Edith. Here's some beautiful flowers.
You look wonderful.
Thank you. Were you a little bit surprised?
Yes.
You didn't
expect this.
You thought you were coming for a segment on single moms, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, stand up is you have to put on the robe. Look how awesome this robe is. Isn't it beautiful? You are our domestic goddess. I hope I can get this thing. Don't try to be smarter than me, Edith. No, I got it. I got it there. Sit down there.
Okay.
Okay. Now, here's your scepter.
Oh, gracious.
Now, my daughter made that. She's going to come on next time and tell us how, because we want every woman in America to have one of those.
Okay.
So, will you take us back to the day? Oh, my God, you forgot your crown. What are you thinking? Here's your crown.
Oh, gosh.
You are an incredible woman. Can you tell us a little bit about the day where you realized that your whole life was going to have to change?
Well, of course, I was awestruck and I was terrified. And I had a lot of support from my mom and dad and my brothers and sisters and their spouses and children and my in-laws. But the place I felt best was at church. When I went to church is when I had some peaceful moments. But then I figured put one foot in front of the other and just move on, and that's what I did.
Because the reality of it is that you really had never had a job
Well, I
before
had
that.
worked for 2.5 years before I got married. So then I went and became I worked at Veterans Stadium, home of the Phillies and Eagles, and I was a beer maid there.
Is this where you went to work after?
That's where
You
I
became
went
a single mom?
part-time. Yeah, just, till Edie was in kindergarten. And then I went to Mature Temps, which is a temporary agency. And they sent me out on a job, and I went in, and it was an office run by one woman that did everything for the bosses. And the boss came out, and he told me he needed 9 copies, and I started getting out the carbons and all that. And he said, "What are you doing? The copy machine is down the hall." But I had never even seen a copy machine before.
And you had at least 2 jobs at all times, didn't you?
Not all times, but I did for a couple years. I worked at Strawbridge's as well as at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. So.
And tell us how you juggled your bills. I mean, I used to do that, so I love that story.
Well, you pay a little here and a little there, and rob from Peter to pay Paul. And there were times when the phone was shut off because you could live without a phone, but you needed to have electricity and heat in the house and stuff like that. But nobody ever went to bed hungry, and we're really very happy. And everybody gets along. How
did you find the strength inside yourself to do that?
I think I did what all mothers do. You just do the best you can for your children.
Well, we're going to meet one of your children. We're going to meet your daughter, Eleanor, who helped arrange this whole thing. Eleanor, come on up. Hi, Eleanor. Nice to meet you. Your mom's a really incredible woman.
Oh, I
Aren't
know.
you proud of her?
I'm extremely proud of her.
Will you tell us a story about growing up? How strong a woman your mother is?
Well, there's so many, but I mean, like she said, she always put us to bed with, you know, food in our stomachs. And we always had the best holidays, and I mean, I can't say I was a great teenager because I was.
Oh, nobody's a good teenager.
I know, but I wanted what everybody else had, and there were times when we didn't have electricity, and you know, she'd buy me that $120 coat that all the other kids had, and so I mean, she's very special.
She is very special. When we come back, stay tuned, because when we come back, we're going to give Edith Kerrigan, our domestic goddess, the goddess treatment. That's right. Things are coming that will change your life.
Love you, Mom. Love you, Mom. Hi, Mama. We love you. Thanks for being the best.
On the next Roseanne show from the Apollo Theater in New York, it's Bill Cosby.
There was another Christmas when Mom didn't have enough money to buy gifts for everybody, and she talked her sober to get money to pay for the gifts.
Yep.
You know, thank you.
We're back with Edith Kerrigan, and she is our new domestic goddess, and we're going to give her some things that are going to change your life and make you very happy. because we're also inspired by you and women like you, and we feel like we should give something back.
Okay, thank you.
So, now I understand that you have only gotten your nails done twice in your whole life.
Right.
So, when?
On my wedding day.
On your wedding day?
Yeah.
So, well, we're going to send you for a whole day of pampering at the Pierre and Carlo Spa in Philadelphia. You know where that is? Is that a good one over there?
Yeah.
That ought to be a good one. And then after you have your pampering done, we're sending you and a guest to the beautiful Brasserie and Perrier restaurant in Philadelphia. You know that one?
Yes, I do.
That's a good one,
Yes,
right?
that's a very good one.
Eat like a pig when you get there. Anything you want. And now we have some baskets from the place that loves you back. Some beautiful items from the city of brotherly love. Okay, here we go. Now, you used to work at Veterans Stadium, so the Phillies are congratulating you with these T-shirts.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And what's in here? Oh, some kind of nuts and stuff. Coffee cups and nuts. Just what you need, right? It looks good. I'd like to tear into there and see. Is there any candy in there? Oh, pretzels. Pretty good. Pretty good. Now get ready, because it's going to get a little bit better. Now we're going to spin our turntable. You want to dance? Your kids told us that you could use some new furniture, so let Broyhill change the look of your home with a great combination smart buy and beautiful furniture.
Oh, wow.
Pretty nice.
Beautiful.
Come over this way. And look at our lovely male model showing us the Broyhill furniture. And your daughter Eleanor told us that your heater is on its last legs. So for the winter, Lennox Industry, the world leader in HVAC manufacturing, is proud to provide heating equipment and to provide the installation via Condino Air Conditioning, one of our 5,000 plus Lennox dealers.
Oh, thank you so much. That's
You
wonderful.
get a heater.
Thank you very much.
Can you use that heater?
Yes, we can.
Now, I also understand that you have a brick or two that's falling from your house. And Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse is the second largest retailer of home improvement products in the nation. Lowe's has been in business for more than 50 years and will soon open stores here in California and throughout the West Coast. Lowe's also has a long history of being a good corporate neighbor and has teamed up with the Roseanne Show to help Edith and her family realize their home improvement needs. Here to present a check to you is Jennifer Leowitz.
Thank you very much.
On behalf
Thank you.
of Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse,
Oh, that's
we're presenting this
unbelievable.
check for $2,500 for home repair and to make your house safe and secure.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much.
Pretty cool.
That is cool.
Pretty cool. So you're going to get, okay, you're getting new furniture, heat, and you're going to fix your bricks. That's
Okay.
pretty cool.
That's cool. That's wonderful.
Now, you're paying off your youngest daughter's student loans. Well, the Money Store is going to help you. On behalf of the Money Store, I would like to present you with this check for $2,500 to help you get back on track.
Oh, wow.
That is,
Thank you.
that's what the Money Store is all about, helping homeowners lower their monthly expenses and get back on track.
Thank you
Does
very
that help
much.
out?
It certainly does.
Cool. Now, Edith, you'll notice over here that we have some beautiful luggage for you from Ricardo of Beverly Hills.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The exciting Big Sur collection, ballistic strength, built to last, designed with patented suit garment feature, fashion luggage for the serious traveler from Ricardo, Beverly Hills, valued
Thank you.
at $895.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful.
And Edith, do you know why you have this luggage?
Why? I'm going to Alaska.
You're going to Alaska? Why do you think you're going to Alaska?
Well, I've signed up for that for next year sometime.
You signed up to go to Alaska next year?
Yeah.
Why did you do that, Edith?
It was done a little while ago.
Is Alaska someplace you'd really like to go?
Well, I'm going with my family, so my sisters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you might like, you might like Alaska, but you definitely are going to like where we're sending you. Do you know you're going to do a little traveling? You've always wanted to take a trip to see a certain singing group. Well, here's Dee Dee, Peggy, Kathy, and Janet, the Lennon sisters, with a surprise for you. The Lennon sisters.
Congratulations, Edith, on being named Roseanne's domestic goddess. Your story is inspiring, and all of us, as moms, think you're the greatest.
On behalf of the Branson Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce, Ozark Primetime Tours, and the Welch Champagne Theater, we would like to invite you and your mom to come to Branson for a fabulous, all-expense-paid trip.
And here's what's going to happen. You'll meet us backstage before the Welk show, and then you'll be special guests at the Welk Resort Hotel. You'll also get to see some of the world-class entertainment that makes Branson such a wonderful place to visit and to call home. Again, congratulations, Edith. We all look forward to seeing you in Branson. Yes, it's you we're singing for, so come and hear some more. That's all, that's all.
That's incredible. Isn't that great?
That is wonderful.
You love the Lennon sisters, don't you?
Yeah, my mom and I both love them.
That's so great. They're so nice.
Yeah.
And they're excited to meet you. So we want you to truly see Branson. So roll the tape and I'm going to tell you about it. Edith, in preparation for your trip, we want to show you a little bit of what you might be seeing in Branson. In addition to the Lennon sisters, Branson offers more than 90 music and variety shows, 3 pristine lakes, great restaurants, 3 fabulous outlet malls. Oh, I love those. Hundreds of other attractions that are sure to make your trip really exciting. And we hope you have a wonderful time in Branson and with the Lennon sisters.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm so happy that you like them. And that they're there and you can go there.
Yeah,
it kind of makes me sad to look at the Lennon sisters because I think when I was a kid, yeah.
So did I.
It's like really touching.
Yeah.
I watch them every week with my grandma, so I love them too.
Yeah.
And that's really cool that you get to go there. Now,
I can't
Edith,
believe any of this.
are you so excited to go to Branson?
Yes, I am.
Well, Edith, Branson is nice, but you don't get out much. If you thought Branson was something, I understand you've always wanted to take another little dream trip, and not to Alaska, my dear. Guess what? Dreams do come true. Spin that turntable. Miss Edith, you're going to Rome.
Oh, my God.
The most historic city in all of Italy, courtesy of Colette Tours. History comes alive as you visit such famous sites as the Colosseum, what do you think of that? And Trevi Fountain, as well as St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City. You'll be staying at the first-class star hotel Metropole, centrally located in downtown Rome. Package furnished by Colette Tours, a leader in escorted tours for 80 years, offering more than 100 itineraries to 50 countries around the world. Please welcome from Colette Tours, Jay Coury.
Yeah. Well, Edith, we've made you an offer you can't refuse this time.
Right.
Okay. On behalf of the Sullivan family and Colette Tours, enjoy your trip to Rome. You deserve it.
Oh, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Pretty good. Good work there. We want to thank our incredible sponsors who helped make this happen. Most of all, thank you, Edith Kerrigan, our new domestic goddess. We'll be right back. Guest today. Now, Edith, you have been a great domestic goddess for us, and we would like you to now take your domestic goddess walk. Okay. Edith Kerrigan, everybody.